Fortnite Season 3 is exactly what the game needed, you guys. I'm just gonna come straight out and say it right here at the beginning of this video. I absolutely love this season, and I think it's absolute complete fire from top to bottom. I played probably about 20 games. I know it's been only 24 hours, but I have to gush about this season. It's already one of the best starts that we have had in a long time. Everything feels really sharp. The visuals, the gameplay, the loot. It finally feels like Epic really cared again, and I don't want to say that they didn't care, but it's really refreshing to feel like this again. Like there was a lot of love and care put into this brand new season. After Galactic Battle that really put a bad taste in my mouth, that was probably one of the most creatively flat seasons I've played in a while. This season is like a complete waking up, like a rebirth of Fortnite in my opinion. I really did not like Galactic Battle, and I know it is still early, you guys, but the vibes feel different for this season so far. The stuff they've added just feels really fun and new. It doesn't feel recycled, and it doesn't feel like filler stuff right now. So first off, the new POIs and the map updates were amazing. We've got 3 new POIs. We have Utopia City, Supernova Academy, and Demon's Domain, and they all feel like they belong in totally different games in a good way. Now, in my other videos, I said that I hoped Fortnite would kind of use the futuristic stuff, kind of like what they did in Chapter 1 Season 9 or with Mega City in Chapter 4 Season 2. That kind of stuff, but they went a completely different direction. I really like what they did with it. It feels very unique to this season, and it feels like futuristic, but in its own unique way. Not the same kind of futuristic as Neo Tilted or Mega City, Mega Mall, things like that. Utopia City in itself is probably my second favorite out of the new POIs. It's clean, futuristic, has some hidden areas that I really like. It makes the map feel very vertical as well. The tall buildings I really like. I'm kind of upset that it replaced Seaport City. I really did like Seaport City, especially in Chapter 6 Season 1, but I'm not going to complain because Utopia City is very good. It feels like we're really meant to explore these areas, and I'll talk about that a little bit more with Supernova Academy as well. I don't feel like I'm ever just running in a straight line. You know what I mean? There's a lot of gravity. There's a lot of varying levels and things like that, and I like when Fortnite has tall buildings and things inside of new POIs. Now, Supernova Academy by far is my favorite POI. I really like what they did with it. I hoped that they kind of made it look like a sort of college campus sort of thing. It's much more like tech than what I was expecting. It's very techy, has high tech vibes, and it's filled with smart choke points and a high ground of spots that actually make fights feel really strategic. I love Supernova Academy so much. There's a lot of hidden areas, especially being able to unlock certain areas with loot and things like that. I love it. There's even underground areas at some points. I really love Supernova Academy. And then you have Demon's Domain, which I don't absolutely love, but it completely flips the script. We go from futuristic and new bright stuff to dark, eerie, one of the darkest POIs we've seen in Fortnite. And it feels like it was built for chaos. No other POI right now captures that pure a villain vibe. It reminds me of the Hades location in Chapter 5 Season 2, which I really liked. I haven't really landed here very much because I really like the other 2 POIs more, but Demon's Domain is really good. Also, something that I was surprised about, Fortnite didn't completely remove the Star Wars POIs, which is good because I was really hoping that they wouldn't just kind of act like Galactic Battle didn't happen, especially after we just had an event at the end of it that caused this new season. But, obviously they were made really small. I think maybe that was a last second thing. But, if they're going to keep them there, I think that's cool. And I really liked the sand one especially, so I'm not too upset about that. But it definitely is not what I was expecting. Now, let's talk about the weapons and the movement in particular. The movement items this season are absolutely fire. We have Robin's mythic grappler gauntlet thing, which works kind of like Jules' glider from Chapter 2 Season 3. If you guys use that, it was the same sort of mechanic, but I think that this one has a lot better range, and I believe it is limited in how many uses you can have it, but I really like this one. I like that it's specific to Robin, and I was hoping that we got something specifically from Robin in this since, he is the tier 1 skin and a lot of people were excited about him. I really liked what they did with that. Additionally, there's the synthwave boosters. Now, I really like these. They're little jump jets that launch you forward and up. They're fun. They're really fluid. You can do a lot of things with them. You can go in just about any direction. And they also add this little burst of speed that makes rotating feel really fun. This is something that is consistent with every single good season we have in Fortnite. Every single good season always has cool and unique rotation devices. Every single one for me. And this one definitely has cool rotation stuff. There's so many different stuff that you can use to move around on the map, and I love what they did with it. But another thing in particular, we have to talk about the kill switch. switch revolvers. These might be my favorite item, not just in this season, but literally of all time. They trigger slow-mo when you fire, when you like double tap with them, when you like jump again, and you can literally like dodge mid-air like you're in the Matrix. You can jump to the side, you can like jump off of your building and slow it down, and they're one of the most accurate things ever. Like I've seen so many clips with these, they are so accurate. I think they do have 100% accuracy, even when you're in the air, when you're like slowed down like that, even though they are kind of still the same functionality as like the dual pistols we've had before. I absolutely love them. They do a ton of damage. They are so much fun to use, and that mechanic of actually slowing yourself down is really, really cool. I love what they did with that. One of my favorite weapons of all time. This season, the movement abilities and the weapons change how you think about fighting. They slow the game down a little bit, but intentionally gives you this like sick control that's so different from any other Fortnite weapon, specifically with the kill switch revolvers. Of course, the synthwave boosters are going to speed you up a little bit, but if you use the synthwave boosters and the kill switch revolvers, that is a pretty sick combo if you guys haven't used that yet. Now, additionally, you guys, Fortnite brought us some awesome exotics that are very, very unique as well. We've got the unstable yoink shotgun, which literally like pulls enemies towards you. The combo potential is insane. I really like this one. Very, very unique. I've only used it a few times, and it's not really as good as I thought it would be, but it is still very unique. Then you have the voltage burst pistol, which sends out like a shockwave on the first and last shot of each magazine. I think this one is really cool as well. Again, only used it a few times, but the one that I have used a lot is the Frostfire shotgun, which flips effects. And all of these are called like unstable. Again, you guys, all of them are called unstable, which I really like. They all have this like new color, and the Frostfire shotgun either speeds you up like with the pepper effect or slows your enemy depending on, it's just like random when you hit them. Totally unpredictable and perfect for chaos. I absolutely love this gun so much. Totally unique, something that we really haven't seen before, and having that kind of like unknowing aspect of not really knowing what it's going to do is really, really fun as well, but it still works in your favor. Even the like core loot pool that we have feels a lot like tighter, if that makes sense, and all of this stuff kind of works together. You know, mythics don't really just sit on the map. They feel very earned, and they actually matter in fights. You know, unlike some of the weirdly underwhelming mythics that we've had in the past, you know, like especially last season, and I know in the ones in season 2 were a little bit better, but these feel a lot better and more like rewarding when you actually get them. Now, one thing that is new in this season is the hero rank system, and something they brought back was the boons, and I really miss boons because that was very unique to Fortnite Chapter 6, and I thought they were great. The hero ranking system is awesome. You know, the more storm circles you survive and kills you get, the more your rank increases. Everybody starts at C and it goes up to S. You guys probably know how it works at this point. The higher rank can mean, you know, better boons, and these are real, like, buffs. They're not just, like, gimmicks. You know, you've got the Storm Caller. You can regen shield in the storm. Some of them let you sprint while healing. You can, like, the Combat Acrobat one, you know, parkour reloads your guns. Heightened Senses. Anybody who tags you gets marked, so if you get shot, it'll mark the person that it came from. All of this stuff is really, really cool, and the higher rank you have, the more abilities and the better abilities these boons give you, which I think is really, really cool. At some parts in the season, like, if you get all of these boons, if you have all of them at the same time, you're genuinely gonna be like unkillable. Like, it's gonna be really hard to kill you, especially if you have like mythics and stuff like that. And that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a lot more variety, and I wanted more like risky, like game-changing stuff that makes you actually go after it and think about what you're doing in the game. And that's exactly what they did with this season. And there's so much variety. I literally haven't even experienced everything yet. And like I said, I've played about like 15 games, which is exactly what I wanted yet again. But overall, you guys, after Galactic Battle, I really didn't expect, like, you know, something this good. You know, that season felt kind of like very underwhelming. They were recycling content just to fill time, but this feels like Fortnite finally said, you know, let's try again. This is the kind of stuff I want every single season. I want new weapons, new POIs, new systems that change the way that you play. You can tell the developers actually like wanted this one to stand out, especially with the amount of promotion they were doing, even with like OG Season 4. I feel like they really wanted this season as well as OG Season 4 to be a lot more successful, and it's the first time in a while where I don't feel like I'm just playing to grind and, you know, earn stuff in the battle pass. I'm playing because this season is actually really fun. And again, you know, I just want to say this. Of course, it is only the first 24 hours of the season. I get it, but this is really fun. Like, I've had a lot of fun with this, and as long as they don't nerf the season into the ground, I think it is going to continue to be fun. But let me know what you guys think about Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3, you guys. How do you feel about it overall? What is your favorite thing about it? Did I miss anything in this video? Let me know. Drop a like on today's video. You watched all the way to the end. You must have enjoyed, so drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. I make videos like these every single day. Use code PROZEROYT, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.